All right, last week, Governor Kathy Hochul introduced the Local Cops Local Crimes Act, which would outlaw state and local police cooperation with ICE on civil enforcement. So what is the relationship between the NYPD and ICE, and what does this act mean for New Yorkers? To help answer that, CBS News law enforcement contributor Richard Esposito. Richard, good to see you. How are you?
Great. Good morning.
All right. Hey, so the governor's bill would add New York to the list of 7 states that ban ICE from deputizing local police to help detain undocumented immigrants. Currently, 8 counties in the state do allow it. New York City does not. So how does an agreement like this work with some that do, some that don't here in the same state?
No, it's a really important and sweeping act she's proposing. The governor, as you know, has been very forceful about the role of ICE in New York and the role of DHS in New York. If you recall, during the snowstorm, they asked, could they help us? And she said, yes, stay away. That's a pretty good summary of what she said. So we have these agreements on civil matters with federal law enforcement, and ICE is allowed to deputize local cops, right, and local facilities that are run by local sheriffs and cops. And this would effectively completely do away with that. And for clarity, it does not do away with the many criminal task forces they have with federal government.
So Commissioner Tisch has said the NYPD does not engage in civil immigration enforcement, but this bill would still allow for cooperation on those federal criminal investigations, as you just mentioned. Can you explain the difference between the two? I guess it would be hard to interpret what's being done, but what's not being done, and vice versa.
Yeah, well, I think one way for getting some real clarity is when you listen to the names of the task forces on the criminal things: bank robbery task force, counterterrorism task force, that pretty much drug task force. That spells out really in the title of the task force what the criminal ones are for. There is no title for an ICE task force because there isn't really one. And criminal enforcement is about people who are believed, alleged to have broken the law. And when you go after them, you have things like warrants and subpoenas. ICE has none of the above.
And I guess that's wherein lies the rub, with this kind of outcry of the behavior of ICE agents not needing warrants under the former administration, needing body cameras. Now, for the last Trump, reverse that, no body cameras. Now, just this week, they're going to have body cameras again. The agents are masked or whatnot. I'm assuming, if people see these guys coming up to their car armed to the nines, there's a difference between ICE agents and the NYPD and police officer, and people really need to see and interpret and understand the difference between the two.
It's a challenge for the average person. Look, when a New York City police officer comes up to your car, they don't have a machine gun in their hands, and they have an ID, their name on their tunic or their shirt. And they're respectful, and they say things to you in a respectful way within your constitutional rights. These things that ICE does, they are a violation of civil rights. We have the right to privacy. We have the right to free speech. And this has been a really chaotic situation. And you've heard many law enforcement people speak out against not removing criminal illegal aliens, but violating the rights of citizens. You don't have to have an ID, Chris, to walk down the street, and no one can demand one from you. They can politely ask, and ICE does not politely ask.
And are you sensing growing frustration from law enforcement, from not just the NYPD, but nationwide police forces saying, hey, this isn't the way we operate, and now you're giving us a bad name because we still have a very important job to do, and that is to keep the public safe. But if the public is scared of us even trying to keep them safe for fear of what they're seeing on television and what's happening around the country, there becomes a bigger problem there.
Yeah. Trust of the community is what police rely on. And it's hard enough to maintain that. Accidental shootings, some occasional abuse of authority. Police work very hard to maintain community trust. You've seen this in Minneapolis, where Chief Brian O'Hare has walked this line, and it's been a tricky line for him between keeping the city safe, keeping ICE safe in protest. It's been a real challenge. But you go down the street, can you tell the difference between one agency and another when they're masked and have uniforms? It really creates a problem for local law enforcement, not that day, but going forward, because people no longer have the same amount of trust in you. That's a real challenge.
Yeah. All right. CBS News law enforcement contributor Richard Esposito. Richard, always great to see you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll talk soon.